Hey, so I got this car. It's a 2010 Impala, and it needed a new front bumper and driver's side fender. And I ended up getting these ones from eBay that are super cheap, and you buy them and they're already painted. So I just wanted to share those, like show you guys the quality that it looks like and everything. And I was about I think it was about $450 for the front bumper and the fender, already painted, which is, I mean, that's really like super dirt cheap. Like, even if I had painted it myself, it only would have been about $100 less with all the supplies and everything, and it would have been a ton of work. And they came out nice. Like, the color match is definitely really good. It's like really not noticeable at all, although this is a white, so that's an easy one to do. Like, it's gonna come out really similar. The paint quality looks nice. I'm guessing that there's probably probably not a lot of clear coat. It's probably really thin. It's probably cheap quality paint, but the clear coat doesn't like yellow at all, so I don't think it's like too shitty. And like the texture, there's not like bad orange peel on the texture or anything. That looks good. And just keep in mind though, if you're getting a different color, like a silver or really hard, or like kind of like if you're getting a black and or white color, it'll probably match really good. But any other color, you know, they're like, so this is the fender here is the new one, and there could be like a noticeable difference in between these or in between these, like especially if you have like a silver or something like that, it'll look different colors and different lights. So if you get these, just don't expect the color match to be perfect. You might get lucky, it might not be noticeable, but it could be, you know, like quite a bit noticeable too. It's not going to be like terrible, but it can be like noticeable. It can be quite a bit different. And they take about 3 weeks to a month to come, and I ordered mine together, but they came separately. The fender came in about 3 weeks, and the bumper took about 4 weeks, which is kind of annoying. So expect that it might take a month, so if you're in a hurry, not a good thing. And then really the only thing, there was a little drip in the clear coat on the bumper here. Hopefully you can see it right here. And it looks like on the end here, there's like a little bubble that kind of popped, and they just touched it up real quick. But I mean, for $220 or $230, I'm definitely not going to complain about that. If you're super picky and want your stuff to look perfect, obviously don't buy this, but like, I wouldn't expect it to be perfect because it's so cheap, you know, I mean, it's dirt cheap. If you got the front bumper replaced and the fender at a body shop, that's gonna be at least $1,500, and this costs under $500, and all I have to do is change the parts myself, which isn't too much work. And the fit is pretty good. There are like a little bit of panel gaps, and I think the brand of parts they use, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it was Tong Yang, T-O-N-G dash or space maybe Y-A-N-G. And I think it's a pretty common brand. I think body shops might use that brand. I know it's like a car parts place kind of near my house that uses that brand, Tong Yang. So I think they're probably a pretty good quality, and the fit is pretty good. It's like a little off in spots. There was this thing here that was supposed to clip up that pulled out, which was kind of shitty. But partly it was my fault because I was getting angry and getting kind of rough with it, but it shouldn't have came out that easy. And then there's kind of like a little bit of gaps in here, but those also, the car was in like a bunch of like minor accidents and stuff, so it could just be the car and not the parts too. Like you can see this here, but I think this is kind of more the car because the hood was lifting up a little bit here already. Really, one of the things that was most noticeable was the panel gap with the fender here. It was probably a slightly too tight, but it really isn't that bad. And again, it might be the car and not the parts, because the fender here that was on it before is really messed up. It had been in a bit of an accident. But really the fit is pretty good. Like the panel gaps are pretty good. I think it's an amazing quality for the price, to be honest. I would definitely recommend it, as long as you're not in like too much of a hurry to get your parts and you don't need them to be like absolutely perfect. Like, say if you were if you were in a minor accident, it was somebody else's fault and you got paid out for the insurance, like an X, something like a front bumper, you know, just replacing a front bumper is at least $1,000. You could order one of these for 220 bucks, do it yourself, and then pocket, you know, almost $800, and you get, you know, it's pretty nice looking, to be honest. And I'll leave the seller I got it from was Paint and Ship, like paint and then like the apostrophe N. I think the N is not spelled out. I'll leave a link to the seller's page, like on eBay. And if you buy anything through eBay through my link, I'll earn a small commission via an affiliate link. And I imagine they're probably on Amazon too, most of the stuff. Most of the sellers that are on eBay, they're also on Amazon selling the exact same stuff. So yeah, I would definitely recommend these. Let me know in the comments, like, if you've bought anything from them too, or if there's anything else you want to know about this. Thanks for watching.